Do you know what, guys? I've really enjoyed this car, but I think it's time for a new project. Right, so we've had this car for like a year and a half now. We've done a lot to this car. I mean, we've added much needed security because the factory system is pants. We've done some tie-in coilovers to make sure it's handling nicely, wheels to make it look wicked, intake to make it sound wicked, same with the exhaust, and we can't build a car without putting an audio system in there, so we've done that as well. But this is getting sold very, very soon, so it's time for something new. So, as I said, I've really enjoyed this car. I mean, it drives like it's on rails, the VTEC's awesome, but the car was used for demos and bass and stuff, but it wasn't really enough, so we needed more bass. So, we built bass low. So this car went down so well as the EP3, so we needed to build the next project car as well as being a bass car. So that's why we got an Audi S3. Here she is. So, why did we choose an S3? Obviously, we wanted something fun, fast, good looking, 2-litre TFSI under the bonnet. Audi. Lovely shape, it's a hatchback as well, which is perfect for bass.
Hatchback?
And it's a nice, comfy and easy car to drive. Comfy. So we picked this car up yesterday and it is filthy, and I cannot stand looking at a filthy car. So I'm thinking, kill two birds with one stone. I'll tell you what I'm doing with it whilst I'm washing it, eh? Let's do that. Look, filthy. Ew. Big old gap in there, isn't it? We need some lows, I think. I think what we'll do is go for some coilovers. We'll go for some good coilovers. I think we're going to go with BC Racing. So the stock wheels on this, not amazing, are they? I mean, they're okay, but one, they're only 18s, two, they're a bit knackered, and three, they just don't really go with the look of the car. So I think what we'll do is we'll upgrade to 19s, go for some decent tyres, and I think we'll go for a good quality wheel brand, maybe something like a Spiri. What do you reckon? But whilst we're here, this ain't good enough, is it really? We want to hear some whooshy noises. So I'm thinking a nice intake, maybe? This ain't good enough really either, is it? We want to be able to hear it at the back end. But exhaust wise, thinking probably a Miltech.
How's the paint?
It's not bad, it's quite swirly, nothing I can't sort out, but I did spot, yeah, bit of lacquer peel there, look. I think it's the same on this side as well. Yeah, here. Ooh, lovely, it's got loads of crap in it as well. The lacquer needs cutting back and painting, but the rest of the car just needs a polish and it'll be all right. Right, so we've told you what we're going to put on the exterior, all the mods and stuff, but you might be wondering what we're going to put in it. Obviously, this is going to be a base car after all, so let's take it inside. We'll show you what we're going to put in it. Right, so we're in the workshop and I just thought whilst it's here, just give it a clean inside, you know what I mean? It's just needed it. It's a bit grimy in here. So whilst we're cleaning it inside, we'll go through what we're putting inside. So let's get into it. So obviously, car's going to need a speaker upgrade. Now, this came with Bose from factory, which in these is actually not too bad, but it's not going to probably keep up with the amount of bass that we're wanting. So we're going to probably upgrade these in the factory locations, but what we might do, depending on how much bass we go for, is we might do like a mini door build. So we might do a 6.5 here and here, and then put 2 tweeters up on the pillars. So that's the idea. So there is speakers in the back of this. Now, normally if we were just doing a normal audio build, we'd upgrade them, but this being a bass car, we're probably not going to bother. Oh yeah. So the only downside to the interior in here is this grubby armrest. Look. And now they've managed to do that, but it's all cracked. That is the only real bad point on the interior, so we're going to see if we can get a replacement. To be fair, even if we're going to be cutting up the door cards, we might just get replacement door cards, but we'll see what happens with that, but we'll get that sorted. So whilst we're here, again, one of those things, factory stereos, they've got to be upgraded, especially in this. I mean, it's got Bluetooth, but only for your phone for some reason. And it's got navigation, but that's well out of date. The only good thing about it really is it says S3 when you turn it on, but I can put that on the new stereo. If I get a phone call, it will come through, but that's about it. I want to be able to stream my music, I want navigation on the screen. So we'll upgrade the unit to something that's got CarPlay, navigation, that kind of thing, and something that's going to have really, really good audio quality, because obviously you want to do that. That keeps shouting at me because first thing we did, which is what we do with all of our cars, is install a dash cam. So, boot, the all-important question for bass. So we've got a decent sized boot in this, obviously being a hatchback. What we may need to do is take out the spare wheel. Now, this being Quattro, we haven't got a massive wheel well like a lot of the hatchbacks, but this should still give us enough volume for the sub that we're thinking of putting in here. Right, now, the magical power of editing, we're going to show you that big, beefy, powerful sub. Here it is. Maybe not, hey? Here it is. That's more like it. So, you might be wondering what this is if you've never seen one before. This is an Orion HCCA 15-inch subwoofer. If you know these subs, you know they pound. We've got them back in stock, so we thought, what better sub to put in this vehicle? Red matches the red car. Sub is perfect for this kind of car. You might be wondering what this bit's all about. This is literally because it's so heavy, it comes bolted to a kind of carrying frame. So this sub on alone is about 40 kg. Kind of puts it in perspective. So this is what's going to go in. It's going to have a nice big ported custom built box. That's going to give us all the bass we need. Now, amplifier. This is the HCCA 3000 DSPLX. Bit of a mouthful, but this is the amp that is designed to work with this subwoofer. Another beefy thing. This alone weighs loads. So that's going to go somewhere in the boot. I don't know where at the moment, but we're going to have this in there powering that sub, and then another amplifier powering the speakers up front. Look at this amp. I mean, it alone is very heavy, but look, this thing takes 3 0-gauge cable inputs for your power and your ground. some serious bit of kit. And even, ooh, bloody hell, off the berth sheet, this thing's supposed to be rated at 3,000 watt RMS at 1 ohm. It's actually pushing out 4,321 watts of power. It's quite a lot. So let's recap on what we're actually going to put in this car. Wheels, they need upgrading, they need to go bigger, and they need to go flashier. That arch gap is disgusting. Let's get it lower. Intake, we want to hear those whooshy noises, right? So maybe pipe across, if they can make one for me. If not, another brand. Exhaust, it's too quiet. Miltech, sort it out. Right, so that recaps what we're going to do on the new project car, the Audi S3. I'm quite excited, to be honest. So you may be wondering, how long is this all going to take? I can't really put a number on it right now, but what I'll probably say is we'll probably put out maybe a handful of episodes, kind of going through the different stages of the progress and what we're going to do. Next episode, this head unit needs to get changed. So that's going to be first port of call. Get that unit out, get something better in with some CarPlay, Android Auto and whatnot. And then maybe we'll get a intake and get all that installed and get some whooshy noises going. Right guys, so that's pretty much the end of the episode. Hope you've enjoyed it. Let us know what you think. S3 as a project car, good idea, bad idea. What we're putting in, good idea, bad idea. Put it all in the comments, we'll go through it all. But that's it from me. Make sure you like, share and subscribe as always, and I will see you in the next one.